How's everybody doing today? Sorry I'm late. Just been one of them days, guys. Good note is that thing that was on my shoulder is healing now beautifully, and it's the first time I've really been able to kind of touch it without going through the roof, which I'm excited for, or wearing these things we all know us women hate wearing, without having to bandage the area up or anything like that. So because it was so sore to the touch, and it's flattening out, which is good because that means they don't have to do anything further with it. Hopefully it'll never come back again. I would like to not have to worry about that ever again. But anyway, it took an awful long time, and it was an angry little sucker. I said to Josh, I think it was angry that it had to come off. So it's been really sore, and probably with the fibromyalgia, just a little bit more painful than it would be if I wasn't a fibromyalgia patient. So it's healing. I was like, it's finally flat, which means I don't have to go to a plastic surgeon and do all that kind of stuff, and they have to do more and put stitches on it and all that wonderful stuff. I don't want to have it. I don't want that. I prefer not having that. I'm going to go ahead tonight and gift out memberships. We usually do it on the 3rd and the 4th week of the month, but the 4th week is going to be the week that we're going to just be a lot going on with Thanksgiving and packing for Indiana and everything, and so I thought I'll do it tonight instead, so we don't miss out on it. I'm gonna do that, and then I got to get these beans ready. So I thought, join me for this. This is on the channel. I did not put it in the description, but I will put it in the description. You guys can look at the recipe is there. In our merch store, the cards are already printed with the soup. So if you want to print those out, I think it's like $2 or $3, or so forth for the thing. They're already printed out. It makes for a great gift. We've done it in a video. There's Mama. There's Mama. But I figured out I got to do them, get them ready, because I'm giving one to my mother-in-law, one to my sister-in-laws. And if there's any left over, then we'll give them to our ladies in our church. So let me go ahead and give out the rest of the 5 for this month today before I forget, because next week's just going to be busy. So Michael's Adventures, my Renaissance Grandma got one. Ken DK All Day got one. Jeremy D got one. And Great Granny C got one. So all those people got memberships for the channel. We do that every week. And if you're interested in becoming a member, we have 2 different membership levels. We have a $2.99, and we have that's our Blessed Disco Ball membership. You guys get videos out before anybody else does. And then we have the 99 cents, which just supports the channel and Mama and all that kind of good stuff. So the last time we did this, and I remembered it after the fact. Hi, the Bud Files. How you doing? I actually took, you all can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you'd like people to connect with your channel. But make sure, guys, too, you're actually doing those connections. Don't just hit the connection button. Make sure you're hitting the connection. Whoops. And I need to have Mama Floby the hair because it's about time. You see, it just does nothing. And, oh, I forgot something. Mom, can you go on my bed and get those camo booties? I wanted to show you all these booties. Hi, 99 Minute Gamer. These are going up in the merch store. I'm excited. I've been wanting to put booties up in the merch store anyway. Baby booties. So if you guys know someone that is going to have a baby and you would like to give them a gift, we do them cute pattern, Absolutely adorable pattern. Really came out cute. And so they're going to be in the thing. I can do them in pink. We can do them in purple. They've got some other, like, we can do them in white. There's some other bluish, greenish kind of one too as well. And so they're going to go in, no, not dog booties, little baby booties. So they're going to be in the merch store. This is our pattern. I did take the pattern off someone else, but I did add my own little flair to it. So I was working on these this afternoon. But these will be in the merch store if anybody is interested. Aren't these adorable? They have a little cuff on them where they have this. I haven't finished them off yet. And then it bends down like this. And it has, like, I put a little, like, flare on them right here. And so we can do them in camo, you know, what have you. But they'll come like this with, like, a little thing in there to keep them up. But we can do them in pink, purple, blue, green. They have ones with little different colors on them, white, and so forth. So aren't these adorable? They're so cute. So these are a size 3 to 6 months. We can do newborn size, but these are 3 to 6 months with the soles on the bottom of the foot. So this is going to be our pattern for the baby booties. I did take the pattern off of someone else, but I added the bottom little flare to it to make it ours. I just wanted it to be the fact that, and it's a pretty standard pattern for this, but we added this little flare on the bottom. I did once and I put like a little tire and I didn't like that. I actually really like this little bow thing. Aren't they cute? So these will be in the merch store. If you know someone and you're looking for a gift, they'll be like $10, $12, something like that, plus shipping. But these are really cute. One thing that people need to just remember, something like this, if you give it to a mom for a baby shower or something like this, this is something that their baby can wear, and then they're going to, because it's handmade, they're going to put it away and they're going to take it out when their child's going to have a baby and say, here you go, you wore these when you're little, now it's time to pass it on to your little one. So these are things that become generational things that get passed from one generation to one generation. So anyway, these are cute, but I worked on these today. So these are going to be in the store, acrylic yarn, very soft yarn, and just adorable. So anyway, these are going to be in the merch store. I probably will not get a chance still. I'll try to load them up tomorrow, but those are going to be new, added to the merch store. Hi, Shatikwa. So we got our beans. Yeah, they're not doing it anymore, and we have several pregnancy centers around our area, and I'm actually going to start doing taking some of the baby yarn I do have and doing some just to drop them off, because there not a lot of people are doing them, and I think that really baby blankets and all that kind of stuff, they become generational from one generational to the other, and I just think they're sweet, and so it becomes a really great gift. And I can tell you, I've given them, and it's been a different pattern, but I've given them out, and people really like them. So anyway, like I said, they become one generation to another generation. So y'all see, I cannot lift this thing, so I will take it down so you guys can see. Okay, that's Josh's sweatshirt behind. Big bag of beans. Okay, so anyway, so I decided to make my grandmother's spaghetti sauce, which is on the thing. I felt like it. I got all the ingredients to make the spaghetti sauce. So the pot that we used last time, we don't have. So you're going to need several different pots or a big, huge pot to put this in to store. But this becomes really inexpensive to do, and great gifts for people. You give them the recipe. Mom, you'll have to open the door for Mocha. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Let's see, come here. Come on. No, come. Oh, you want to say hi? Everybody wants to see you. They said there's some Okies. Hi. They said there's some Okies. Oh, yes, I know. You great loves, huh? Yes, I know. You said hi. You said hi, everybody's. Hi, everybody's, huh? Yes, I know. I know. I know. Go tell me all about it. You want me to let you in? Give me a minute, guys. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Mocha, come on. She needs a grand entrance. I know, but she was by your room. Alright. I just sanitized my hands so they're all nice and clean. Okay? So, anyway, you have your bag of beans. This is something that you can do and buy a bag of beans every month or a couple bags of beans, which we try to do every year. We say we're going to do it, and that doesn't happen. And then you've got your stockpile ready for the holidays. So one of the ones we're using is black-eyed peas. We do not use garbanzo beans because they do not soften enough for it to be cooked. And then if you've ever seen like the 15 bean soup or whatever it is, kind of what this is, but okay. So we got another black-eyed peas, but I don't know if it's gonna be. We got red lentils. So I'll put that in. I'm only putting 1 pound in because I don't know how big it's gonna need. We got small red beans, or small, red beans. So you just take that, cut them. And if you get them, you know, one thing I didn't do and I forgot to do, I usually check and I didn't. They're pretty good about not doing, well, we'll do it this way then. I take a plate, I'm gonna run my hands through this and see. Most people, when they're gonna do this, they'll soak the beans the night before and check and make sure that there's no stones in the thing. I really haven't found many of them. You do a pretty good job, but we'll put them in this bowl, make sure, double check. Okay. Lentils, regular lentils, and the lentils usually don't have an issue. But we're gonna put them in here just to check them, and then I'll move them in the other thing. Make sure that they're good. And you could put a little note on just to say, you know, just check the beans and make sure they're good. But okay, got lentils, we got black-eyed peas in there now. We got this one, got lentils. Got this one. We're doing light kidney beans. We have to get this done. And like this is a white one. It's not, doesn't look the greatest. Take that out. You just want to kind of check to make sure they're good. Okay. So you got split pea. So we're gonna put this here. And I've got, I do that, I got light, I just got that one over there. And then I don't have to count. And then the pinto and the northern beans only came with, well, I could have gotten them a smaller thing. I got 2 pounds of each bean. But I'll just divide half the bag. There we go. I don't think I'm gonna make it. You're just taking it through and making sure you don't feel anything. You're taking out any. Yep, lots of beans. You're just making sure that they look good. There's nothing major stuff in it. Black beans. The black beans, you can usually tell if there's, you know, stuff that, some of them are chipped, like there's a half a bean there. You may want to take that out just so they look nice. So, just felt like, after making my grandmother, I hadn't made my grandmother's spaghetti sauce in ages. And I said, I can't go back to regular spaghetti sauce. And I tend to deal with a little bit of low iron. So it's really good for me to have that because I put the ground beef in it. And then I can have it for a nice, easy meal. We freeze it in little sections and then I can pull it out anytime I need it. Now, you can get the big lima beans. Mom doesn't like the big lima beans, so we get the... No, I'm not cooking for the month. These are going to be gifts. Mama does not like the big lima beans. She likes the baby lima beans, so we'll put the baby lima beans in. We made a big pot. Mom helped me with it today. Of my grandmother's spaghetti sauce, and it's been cooking on the stove all day. And I was going to do the live at 7 o'clock. And I usually wait to have my grandmother's spaghetti sauce the next day. And I'm craving it now. So I moved back to live so I can have some spaghetti sauce. Some spaghetti. All right. Navy beans. Go in. And take that. Just go through, and if there's like beans that don't look the greatest, take them out. You know, if they're halvesies or whatever, just go through and make sure, you know, that look good. See why I thought it's not going to be enough. All right, so this is a great, I used to do this when I was a kid. I used to give these to my teachers. And I used to get a thing and we used to film them, and it was a great gift. And so, makes for a great gift. All right, so we're going to put half of this bag because I cannot do the whole bag because we're going to run out of room. That should be good. And this is Great Northern beans, and the recipe and everything's on the channel. But check your beans, make sure there's no rocks in them or ones that don't look the greatest. Circle through, like this one. And so you're just kind of, you're going through and just checking them. Smooth. Then the pinto beans. So we're going to take half the bag, put that in there. I normally would take the big pot that I made the spaghetti sauce in and use that because that was perfect last year. But I totally forgot that I was going to need that tonight. I will be putting that this weekend in the merch store, and if you would have that. And I also will, and I haven't done it for a while, I'll be making the little baby crocheted things so that they don't scratch their face. So both of those will be in the merch store. All right, now You need barley, but because I can't put all of it in the thing, I may have to like transfer some of it over here till we get it. Then we're gonna put half of a box in here. And then I think I'm gonna have to put it in this thing, because we're gonna get full of a lot of beans. So if you can find barley at maybe your local, if you live near like an Amish place, that's all I could find. Our Amish store used to carry it near our house, but they're not carrying it. So I'm just we're gonna run out of room. So let's take a little bit, just to kind of get everything mixed. Okay. Let's take this, just to empty it a little bit so I'm not having to spill it. So you're just gonna take clean hands and just mix the beans, so that when you fill the bags, that you're gonna need quart-sized bags, or you could go to Hobby Lobby. They have really cute gallon bags you can get. You could put something in there if you want to make it for the holidays. I just use the quart Ziploc bags, but you can go to the Hobby Lobby and get really cute bags. I just didn't do that, but you can. But then you just attach the recipe, and then you put a bow on it, and you're done. And it comes out really cute. And then, usually Thanksgiving or Christmas, people have ham, so they have a leftover ham, which they could then take and put in this because it needs a ham hock. So, and with the cold weather, that's why I thought this is not going to work if I don't put it in and do this 2 separate batches. It's never going to work. You just want to make sure you get, and I mean, they can add gazumbo beans or whatever, those chickpeas, but we find that those usually do not do well. So these are great for the kids too. Just get a bigger bowl. If you're going to be doing it with kids, get a bigger bowl. So it's pretty good mixed. So then you're going to take your Ziploc bag or your little cute bag from Hobby Lobby. You just need a quart-sized bag. And you'll take 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need 2 cups in each bag. And now you've got your beans and you've got it ready to give. Put your little bow on it, put the recipe on it, and you have a gift. And if you get and usually what we'll do is double bag these just so we make sure that if anything happens, hold on a second, 2, 3, 4. Anything happens, then if it's leaks or something, the beans are not going to spill all over the place, but I'll double bag them later. I dropped a bean, hold on a second. If I can find it. Milka will probably find it. Not that I want her having a bean, but I dropped a bean. No, it wasn't a bean. Something else. Yeah. I don't want her having that. I thought I felt a bean. But I don't see it. Oh well. There's a bean. One got loose. And then throughout the filling process, just take your hands and just, stir up the beans again. Put these over here. So I need 1, 3, 4. I need one for my sister-in-law and my mother-in-law. I just dropped another bean. And I also want to give one to my husband's aunt because she is so gracious to have us stay with her when we're with her for Thanksgiving. We're so grateful she lets us stay and for the weekend. So I always leave a little something for her in the bedroom with a little note that says, "Thank you for having us," you know. So I will leave a little note in the bedroom. I just dropped another bean. I'm not going to try to pick it up. I heard it go boing, 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 boing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've already done 3. Already done 3, so this is 4. So this is exactly, hi, Vicky, what I need for, I just dropped that, for Indiana. And the rest, that I'm trying to pick them up because I really don't want them up for trying to get at them. I don't think it would hurt her, but I really like to not experiment with that. But I think it's the name of the game right now. But we have this recipe. I will tag it below. But it's just, you're just filling them, and then it makes great gifts. It's also really handy to have too, because then if you have them at home, right, then, and you can always put them in your house and have them ready. If somebody comes with something, you can just have them, hand them a pack of bean soup. Like I said, the recipe is there. 3, 4, but we do have them printed. So you guys, if you just need to print them real quick, you can print the recipe, download the recipe already done, written out, ready to go, and then just do it. I think there's 2 different designs. And then you've got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I had a 1 cup measure, I would just be doing that twice, not the amount of times I did. But I have a 1 cup, but it's easier to do it with this. I had Hardneck Farms, so we'll see how many I have in just a minute. 1, 2. I'll let you know just 3. How many we've gotten just from the 1 pound of beans. Lots of beans. And we usually give this to our church, the ladies in our church. So this will go, whatever is left over is going to go to our church. And we'll give it to the lady who is so gracious to walk Mocha every day for us. 3. So 4. Like I was saying, people that are coming in, I'll show them real quick again. I finally got the pattern I like for baby booties, so they will go in the merch store. If anybody has somebody they know, or they're going to a baby shower and they need crocheted baby booties, they can come in pink, purple, blue, camo. These are 3 to 6 months. They're hand done. They'll be washed. They have a little thing inside of them. So there'll be about $10 or $12 plus shipping. We can do them in green. We can do them in white. All different fun colors. And they'll go in our merch store. along with the scratch mitt thing, so it can be a whole set. One, two. I think we have, I'll see how many we have. This will probably be 3. Oops. Put that in there for a second while I try it. This would probably, if I was just you, I'd just put this in this bag. If you had overbeaned, it's okay. I'm just gonna add a couple extra beans on that one. So for 1 pound of beans, right, we have, I'm gonna put them back in this thing. So let's take this, because this, we're not starting a new one. That's the northern beans and the pinto beans. But I want to check those before I put them in there. And I can clear this out. Let you know how many we got in just that 1 pound of beans. So how many bags do we get? Oops. We got 1. Make sure your things are sealed. Like double check them. 1, 2. And if you got a lot of people you want to give them to, like start buying your beans throughout the year. 3, 4. This is how many I needed. 5. I mean, you can buy whatever you need. 6. Like I said, it'll go to 7. So we got 9 bags of beans as gifts out of 10, I'm sorry. 10 bags of gifts in 1 pound of beans. So see, you've got all these ready to go. All you do is I'll double bag them just to make sure, right? And then I'll put the recipe card and I'll get one of those bows that have the little sticky things on back. I'll double bag them, put the recipe card in the second bag, and then I'll get one of those sticky things. Sometimes you have to put a little extra tape on it, put the sticky bow on the top, and then you have a gift. If you want to go to the Hobby Lobby and get like the nicer bags, or maybe the ones at Dollar Tree, I'd probably put them in a really good Ziploc bag before putting them in those, just because you don't want them to come out of the bags. So by the time we're done, we should have 20. Those are 20 gifts. And the beans cost maybe $25, $30, something like that. And we're still collecting for the shoe boxes for Samaritan's Purse. So those are going to be done, we're going to take those on Saturday, or on Sunday, on our way home from church. So we're still collecting for the boxes. I think we have enough set aside to track them. We're now collecting for the stuff that went inside the boxes. So if anybody wants to contribute, there is still time between now. We'll do another live tomorrow. We'll probably be working on the blanket tomorrow. One more, and then we'll probably try to do something Saturday. And that will be another live. So we'll try to do 3 more lives just so that we can see if we can raise any more for the box, for the 2 boxes. This look good. So again, starting with the next batch. Just checking because I thought I saw something. This is a great gift for the great thing for the kids to do. It's fun. And you know, you may want to put a little note, just, you know, that you check the beans, but just, they can put them out and soak them and make sure that there's nothing. I mean, I'm trying to double check and make sure that there's not any, but usually they need to soak the beans the night before, and then if they see anything, then they can take care of it. See, like these, you don't want that in it. Just a bad bean. So go through your stuff and just pull out anything you think is just not, and they can do that too as well, but they're kind of doing it as a pre-step. So it looks pretty good. We'll put the rest of the barley in. So I'm going to start loading up the beans that didn't make it. They didn't pass the inspection. And that way they may not fall on the floor. Didn't think about bringing out a trash bag for all the beans. So again, I'm going to put in lentils. And this was 2 pounds, but I knew the thing was not going to hold 2 pounds, so I've done it in 1 pound increments because I just knew. I used the pot that I usually use for this. You're just inspecting the beans and making sure that nothing's in there that's not supposed to be. There goes that. We got the black beans again. So you can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. And I will put the recipe of Mom and I doing this last year in the description when I get done. I didn't think about doing it beforehand. And those booties will probably be in the merch store the next couple of days. If you need them before I can get them in the merch store, just contact us. And we can get it done. I'm only going to put one, and then I'm going to put the available colors that we have that I can get. And then you guys can choose. Because there's no sense to put all of them, all the colors. And we're only 35 away from 2K. I know we can get there, guys. And I got the computer working. I just have to load everything up again. And I've decided we're going back to StreamYard next year. I don't want to go back to StreamYard. I'll have to for a little bit, but I'm not staying with it. Just hoping by the time I'm ready to go on StreamYard, it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg. Okay. Then we got the green lentils. Like I said, this is a great thing to start collecting your bag of beans through the year. And you would have them all ready to go at once. We keep talking about doing that and we don't do it. Like, oh, it's Christmas and we need to do it. I'm going to do it next year. We do this every time. And if you know you're going to go, someplace and you want to give the host this, then that's a great idea. Black-eyed peas. My dad used to like black-eyed peas. I didn't really care for them, but... And the soup is really good. And I'm going to record tomorrow. I'm going to record, or this weekend sometime I'll record, and maybe even Sunday, I'll record the finishing thing on those little ornament things that we did. I'm going to take them all apart tomorrow, the ones I need, and wash them. And then let them dry. And then I'll put the short together so you guys can see them. This is just go through your beans and pull out the ones that don't meet up with your inspection. They're not really... I haven't found any stones yet in the beans. I've just found ones that go, nope, you're not passing inspection. Okay, black-eyed beans going. Navy beans. But I used to sit on the floor. Be careful, because I think there's beans on the floor. And you know who will find them. I don't know if they're safe for her to eat. You'll have to get the broom out because they're underneath me. I've heard them drop. Okay. I don't think we want to attempt her trying to eat them. I remember sitting on the floor in the living room, and my mom would bring me all the beans and the bags. And I would get these ready for my teachers and so forth every year. And it was just fun. Hi, Judy May. Did you get your winnings? I just want to make sure you did. And actually, you're not far from me. You were about an hour and 15 minutes from me. I thought that was pretty cool. And just so you know, those came from all 3 channels that you went, the Blessing Through Connection, Blessed to Crochet, and Chrissy's Cosplay Wardrobe. So hopefully you got them. And you will enjoy them. And congratulations on being the Fall Fest winner. Yes, ma'am, I absolutely love them. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Well, I'm so glad. When I saw where you lived, I'm like, literally, I could drive them to her house. I was like, because my daughter lives near Worcester, so I was like, we're not that far. So, but it came from all 3 channels. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, it was Blessing Through Connection, Blessed to Crochet, and then Chrissy's Cosplay Wardrobe is my daughter. And she's just got a lot going on, so I did her video. She did the thing for her video, and then I edited and put it together, and then I said to her, I will mail out the prizes. If whoever wins, I'll take care of them. So I mailed them out for her. And it just made sense, whoever the grand prize winner was, to mail all of the, mail everything out together, because it just made sense. It didn't make sense to send it in 3 different mailings for those 3 channels. So we are making bean soup. We have the recipe on our channel from last year. I will put it in the description below. And we do have the recipe cards on our merch store. I think they're like $3. There's 2 different designs. If you all need to have the recipe card, so it's done, printed with the entire recipe. If you want to do it yourself, the recipe is in the description of the video. So I have to do these because I'm giving one to my mother-in-law, sister-in-laws, and we stay with my husband's aunt. And so I always leave a little something behind with a little thank you note, because she's so sweet to open her home. I think Christina's coming with us this year. So this way, I always just leave a little thank you note. I've left soap caddies. I've left her towel holders. And I thought this year I'll leave her a bag of soup mix. And I leave a little thank you note just to say, and I don't tell her it's there, but I know she goes in the bedroom and, takes the sheets off and cleans the sheets and everything. And I know she sees it every year. And so I just figure out it's my little way of saying thank you for opening your home to us and letting us stay. Because we go to my husband's. Hi, Brenda. How you doing? Hi, Candy K. We got a membership tonight. from the gifted memberships we give out that YouTube allows us to do every month. I'm focusing on the beans, so if I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. So, I'm so happy. I'm telling you, that thing on my back was not happy with me. Right, dim going in. It was not. I couldn't believe it. I had it done 3 weeks ago, but it was not happy. And then, of course, Mama doesn't like the big lima beans, so she likes the baby lima beans. So we always have to get the baby lima beans.
The big ones.
Yes.
It's a big mess.
So, yes, she doesn't like them.
I don't like messes.
That's the Mama. She's entitled.
The little ones are more in line with the rest of the beans. And we don't put garbanzo beans in there either, chickpeas.
No garbanzo beans go in
No
either.
chickpeas because they take too long to cook and then they're not cooked and everything else is if you have to cook it till the garbanzo beans cook, then the rest of the beans are falling apart.
So see, she's got the no, guys. I love how, and I will put the link tree in there. I think it's on there too, but holiday soup. I love how Kendi Katie puts it. She goes, her mom's at a particular age. And I'm like, yeah. She gets first dibs. She gets to have that, she gets to do pretty much what she wants, and she gets to say what she wants, like my grandmother did. My grandmother kind of was like, I'm at that particular age. I kind of get to say what I want to say. And I was like, you go, Grandma.
But I hold my tongue sometimes.
And Josh's grandmother is also 96 years old. She's at the same. She gets to do what she wants. Grandma gets to do what she wants and say what she wants. And we just love her. We're just thankful that God has her still here. Like I said, I usually use it's like a big pot, but I used it for the spaghetti and I totally forgot I was going to do this today. Particular age brain too. It happens when you reach that particular age.
Couldn't you put them in that?
No, I'm working it. I'm putting it just in here for a minute. I'm using another bowl. And then I'm mixing them. But if you're going to have kids that are doing this, you got to have a big bowl.
A big pot.
Yep. Or like I had 2 pounds of beans, and I did 1 pound each. And out of the 1 pound I did, I got 10 bags. That's 10 gifts. So I think that the whole thing cost me like $25. So if you divide it in half, you're talking maybe $15, $18, something like that. And divide it in 10, you got a gift for like $2 a piece. And so I just need 4 bags for Indiana. But then we always give some to our church. So this will be plenty. And then I live in an apartment complex, and we always take one to our maintenance guy, who's awesome. We give him one, and we also give it to the lady who runs the office because she's a sweetheart too. And like I said, you get your beans throughout the year. We keep talking about doing it, and then we don't. And then it's not, you have them all by the time Christmas comes. And and I may even get more beans next month, and that way I can give them out to more people if I wanted to. So this becomes a great gift. It's because beans last. Doesn't even have to be holiday. Have it in your house, and if somebody brings you something, then you have a gift to hand them. And I'm just using regular quart bags. I would suggest, if you're going to get a cutie bag from the Hobby Lobby or the Dollar Tree, get yourself some good quality. We did this last year and we didn't get the greatest quality Ziplocs and I could have torn my hair out. Get really good quality Ziploc or whatever bags, get quart bags, put the beans in there and then put those in the cutie bags, because we know the Dollar Tree can not have the greatest quality at times, and so we want to make sure that you're not going to lose the beans. You're not going to spill the beans. So get yourself, put them in a really good bag so that they don't, nothing happens, and then put them in a cutie bag. And you're putting, this is a 1/2 cup measure, so I'm doing it 4 times. Just because, and you could even put a little label on that says, I think I called this connection soup. Make your own name if you want to for it.
We used to call it French market.
Yeah, French market soup. I changed it to connection soup or blessing soup, whatever you want to do.
Grandma's famous soup,
Yeah.
anything. Whatever you want to make.
You can even put your last name on it, whatever you want to do. And I think I did create one of those, the pre ones that you could actually like put your own name to it. I dropped another bean. So this is gonna probably make about 20 bags. Like I said, I did cost maybe $25 for all the beans. But then you got 20 gifts. So, come back to the video and I will tag and I'll put it on the community tab line. Both of the things will happen. She's been trying to get soup in there.
And
Spaghetti sauce.
it's all over there.
We don't know how, but we got it in the refrigerator. Yeah, it's a great idea. And I don't know, there's just something relaxing kind of on the texture of the beans. It's kind of like I loved doing it when I was a kid because we used to give it to my teachers and people at church, and I give it every year to all the women in the church, and so it's a great little gift. And they had some cute, I haven't seen them this year, but they had some cute little gift bags at the Dollar Tree that I could put the bags in. But again, I would, if you're gonna put it like from a cute bag from Hobby Lobby or something, put it in a really good quality gallon bag or quart bag, just to make sure you don't spill the beans. It is. We had fun with it last year. We did the video. And I'm going to get back to stuff. There's been a lot going on this month. I was sick. I had that thing on my shoulder that wasn't happy that it came off. My husband was sick. Throwing beans all over the place, guys. So it was just a combination of stuff, and there's been some stuff going on in the background, and so I'll get back. It's just kind of like, and the computer was down, and then I would go on the Chromebook, and it was taking forever to load stuff up, and I was just, and I had to get the stuff for the Fall Fest done, so it was out and everything like that. So I'll get back to doing things. Mom's computer's still down. We're trying to get that up and running so that she can help and get back to helping. So it'll all happen. I promise. I don't want the beans to fall off the table. I had to do this for the trip. And it's packed. So whereas everybody is, put a 1 in the chat if you're going to go out of town for Thanksgiving, or put 2 in the chat if you're going to be home for Thanksgiving. We're a 1. Mocha will be, Mama will be here. She doesn't come with. Now there's a little bit of beans left over, and there's not enough to do anything. So what I'm going to do, you see there's just like that little bit. It's okay if it's a little bit more than 2 cups. It's not going to hurt. Just take a little bit, throw some extra beans in places. It's okay. If I was, you're going to your mama's house here? We're going to be driving to Indiana. It's about a 4.5 to 5.5 hour trip, depending on which way we go. And Josh's grandmother will be there. She's going to be 96. Well, she's 96. My daughter may come. Her husband may come. My sister-in-law will be there. My mother-in-law will be there. So I'm going to stay home and cook. Because Aunt does a lot of the cooking, so I always feel like, you know, when you stay someplace, I always do something. Every year it's something different. It's never the same stuff every year, but I always just kind of do a little something every year to kind of just say thank you for opening your home to us and letting us come stay. And oops, let's see how skilled I am. Okay. So, I got beans everywhere, guys. There's beans on the floor. So, 2 pounds. Oh no. I forgot these. I forgot the red kidney beans. Nuts. Now I've kind of mixed them up. I forgot them. They got over there. Well, we'll figure it out. I will figure it out. I forgot one. I forgot one. But it should be the ones on the top. So, anyway, there's probably about 20 bags of beans. I can kind of tell which ones. These don't have it in there. So we're just going to take a handful and mix them in there. I'll see, because I kind of can tell which ones don't have them. Those have them in there. Those have them in there. So now we got to go back and kind of add the beans, because you're over the 2 cups, it's okay. They kind of got on the side, and then they kind of, I forgot all about them. So I'm just taking a handful and putting them in bags that I forgot. It's an easy fix, and I can tell which ones kind of didn't get them. The first batch did, the second batch didn't, because they got in there. So just, if you happen to forget a bean like I just did, it's an easy fix. But you can tell that bean's not in here. So I'm just taking a handful and stick them in. And I'm just stirring it up in the bag. And nobody will know but the people watching. If there's leftovers, I'll just stick them in some other bag. Oops. I made an oopsie. A fixable oopsie, but I made an oopsie. So if you do it, just fix it. And they look Christmassy kind of. You see, they kind of look a little bit Christmassy with the red and green there. Oops. So if I forgot one, I'm going to add just a couple beans to the thing and we'll make it. Get it, it'll be fine. We'll add a couple extra beans to certain ones, even if they have it in, it'll be fine. So easy way to fix it, because this was a stack we did before. So easy way to fix if by chance you made a mistake and forgot to add the beans. Now they all have them in. Some a little bit more than others. We thick it. I'll add a little bit more in here. You're going to your cousin's? That'll be awesome. Yep. I think by the time we get done, there's probably about a little bit more to here. By the time everybody comes for Josh's family on the one side, there's probably about 40 people on his father's side, and then, or his mom's side, and then on his father's side, there's about the same amount. So we have a big, it's a big to-do. Every year. So I'm just going through and I'm just adding a couple more to places. Just making it work. It's a bean. That's all that matters. It's a bean. It's a bean. And we're, like I said, we're still collecting for the shoe boxes. Hey, Alfonso. We're still collecting for the shoe boxes. So those are gonna be, we're gonna take them to the church on Sunday. The local church here. Hey, Purpose. How are you? Productive and Faith, how you doing? The hashtag blessed in the chat. You want people to connect with your channel. Oops, I didn't tell you to go down there. I kind of forgot a bag when I was doing this, and I had to go back and edit. So this recipe, like I said before, is on our channel. And so you can get it and download it. We also have the recipe cards. So it makes it really easy for you guys to just print them off and then print them from your place. Go ahead. All right. That's a little bit. Now nobody will know. Yeah, I'm feeling better, you know. Just kind of. You know, I was, whatever Josh had, I got. And that was one thing. And then,
I did not give you anything.
he did. And, he was sick. I got sick. And so it was just a whole. Then I had that little thing on my shoulder taken care of. My back, and that thing was not happy that I took it off, and it was very sore. It's finally tonight's like the first night where it's like totally flat. I was like, okay, if it's not gonna go flat, then I have to go back to the doctor and have them send me to someplace else because they're gonna have to do more stuff to it to get it flat. And so that was that. And I was like, great, they're gonna have to do stitches, and thankfully that doesn't look like it's the case. It's finally flat and healing, and I'm actually able to touch it without like going through the roof because it was so sore. So I'm starting to feel better. And I've just been cleaning up all the bags of beans. It's just been, and then the computers went down, and so then it was frustrating to do anything because it was taking forever on the Chromebook. I'm not complaining. There's just a lot going on. So I'm thankful that I was thankful today. I'm like, I can tell a difference finally, because I was like, my mom's like, you know, you're probably gonna have to go back to the doctor. And I don't really want to do that. It's painful enough to have it dealt with for the past little bit. So I've kind of had to, unfortunately, excuse me, because of where that was located, I've had to kind of not wear a certain item, and because it was irritating it way too much. So it was hard to do. It was hard to go live because I couldn't, but it's healing nicely now. It's not so angry. It's gotten itself whatever, but there's the beans. For those that didn't see it last year, I have the video. I will tag it down below in the description. But look, all the beans. It was 2 pounds of beans. And look at all the gifts that we have. Not only for me to take a bag to my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law, and my leave for my husband's aunt. When we leave, I always leave her a thank you note and just something to say thank you for opening up your home and letting us stay there for the weekend. So, and then there'll be 16 bags left over to be able to give out to our church. And then if we wanted to get more beans for, you know, and give out to more people, we can. Which I may need to get like 1 more pound and do it 1 more time. We always give it again to our maintenance guy and our lady in the office because they're so sweet. And, you know, we'll give it to the lady who walks mocha for us. And so this really becomes a great gift idea. This is really good to do with your kids if you're going to be giving it to your teachers, especially living in a cold environment. And so it becomes a great idea.
We did that with Christina.
Yes.
She loved putting that stuff.
Oh, she loved it. And so you have to get a big bowl, and you have to realize that there's probably going to be beans on your floor if you have little kids.
But they love it.
They love it because it has that texture feeling to it. So it becomes a really great project. It becomes inexpensive gifts. And it's just easy and simple, and you know, they'll love to put it together. And
Even teenagers.
Yeah.
put it together.
now, and if there's a little bit more than 2 pounds or 2 cups, I think there is in some of these bags, it's okay.
It doesn't matter.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. You want it roughly about 2 cups, but if there's a little bit more, like there was a little bit at the end, then of course I forgot the 1 pack of beans, it'll be fine. Just add it in and make it work. If you know you're going to go get more beans, you could put what's left over. It doesn't make totally 2 cups and add that to the next batch you do. You can gather these beans throughout the year if you know you're going to make a lot of them. Again, like I've said throughout this, if you're going to get the cutesy bags from Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby, take the time, put them in a really good quality quart bag just to make sure that you're not going to have the spill the beans issue, okay? And then that way you'll know that they'll be in there. If you can find barley, all I've been able to find is that quick barley. I know it's not the...
Yeah, the pearl barley is what I
The
like.
pearl barley is better, and they used to have it at the Amish place where we near our house, but they don't have it there anymore for some reason. But if you can find pearl barley, then go ahead. You can buy them in bulk, and then it becomes, huge. You can hand it out to a lot of people. And it's a great thing to have, in your arsenal for gifts without having to spend a lot. To be able to do, I think it costs like $25, maybe $25, $30, somewhere around there. But I was able to make 20. So it came to maybe $1.25, $1.50 a gift. That's really nice to be able to do it, especially if your kids are in high school and you've got 10 teachers. That makes it really nice. Or you want to give some to the office staff, and then it just becomes a really nice, easy gift. Simple, and I had to do it because I decided, and I've got to finish the candle things for my mother-in-law and my
Well,
sister-in-law.
Granddaddy used to put a basket of them by
Yeah.
his door, and anybody that came by over the holidays left with a bag of beans.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, and my mother said my granddaddy used to make these and put them in bags, and then anybody came through the holidays could take a bag of soup home with them. So that could be a really neat idea too. Have it at your door, and then people that are coming in and out can. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm sorry that's happening. And like I said, if you need for baby gifts this holiday season or throughout the year, we are going to be putting these in the merch store. They come in other colors beside the camo. But if you need them for like baby showers or so forth, these are our patterns. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see the little side, little baby booties. These are 3 to 6 months. And then we'll, of course, have the things that go over for the little, the bits for the scratch pads, or they don't scratch their face. But I think we've forgotten the benefit to doing handmade gifts. Something like this, I guarantee you, it's going to be probably about $12 on the merch store plus shipping. You get this for a new mom, and we can do them in pink and purple and green and what have you. You do these for a mom, they're going to put them away. And then when their child's having gifts, they're going to pull them out and they're going to give them to theirs to wear. So this becomes a generational gift. All right, well, I'm going to bed soon. Do you have piano that you told? Yes. It's over there, and it's a mess in that section. I will send you a picture, but I'm not. I will be shortly, not, you guys can hear me. Next month I'll do it. I have my daughter's flute. My flute is someplace, and it needs to be repaired. And it sounds better than my daughter's flute. But I have a book that I'd like to actually go through and start learning some of the songs, because I'd like to be able to do some of my flute at church. And so I have to literally start practicing. So I figured, well, it wouldn't hurt to practice with you all. So you may hear me play. I don't play terribly, but I thought it'd be fun to do. Today I have we went out yesterday and we went to get our insurance changed. And then we were out early in the morning to go do that thing that helped us get something with the local area that was giving away gift cards for Aldi. We did that, and then Monday was pain management doctor and
Social Security.
And it's just been, I'm tired. I was tired today. I don't feel like doing anything. Nothing. I should, but I don't. And it's not necessarily not feeling like doing anything. I've had more flare-ups than I would like to admit. Yes, I saw that. Congratulations, Alfonso. I've had some flare-ups lately, and my doctor said to me it's probably because you're going into that season of your life, and he said you're going to have flare-ups. And so, how fun. Not really. But he said you're going to have flare-ups, unfortunately. And so I have, and it's a pain in the neck. And it's really, I can tell you it's a little frustrating. I've been really cold during the day, and then I roast at night. I'd like to figure that out. You'd think that I could do it the other way. I'd rather be cold at night and just put up a bunch of blankets than be warm in the middle of the night. I don't understand it. But anyway. And I had to have some help doing some laundry today because we're going out of town, so I got to pack. Got to do the packing. And try not to overload the car too much. So, and we're going to take, we have like a cushion on our bed in the bedroom. And on both of our beds, we're taking one of those with us. So we'll see how good it fits in the car. Thrift store wants me to start music ministry. Oh, that is awesome. That's awesome. Well, if you need, I can't do it tonight because I'm going to get off here and go get ready for bed. But if you need to talk about it this weekend and we'll figure it out, you know, you can call me and we'll talk it through. No, there's nothing. I've been told I have low iron. And when I need to go get blood drawn for the iron and make sure where it is, and then they were going to send me to a doctor to look into iron infusions, which I really wasn't thrilled about doing, honestly. And but I'm waiting till I come back from Indiana, and then I'll go and do the test and see where I'm sitting at. Sometimes too, when you have fibromyalgia and there's underlining, like my doctor said, you don't just have fibromyalgia. You have other chronic pain issues. So you have the fibromyalgia layer, and then underneath that layer is chronic pain, and then, you know, that there's times where you just get chilled because you're in a lot of pain and your body's going, we're using up a lot of energy to deal with this. And so if I need to go see that doctor and I need to do the test, but I thought to myself when I got the thing removed, because it's all in the same office, I'll get the blood work done. And I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it today. And then this thing on my back was so sore for like 3 weeks that this is the first day where I'm like, it doesn't hurt as bad. So I just didn't have the energy for it. So I thought, you know what, I'll wait till I come back. I've talked to people, and it's just like, I've had kind of sometimes this week I've had like pain chills where I just get really cold and I just have to stop moving and lay down and rest. And I've also been kind of taking it a little bit easy for a reason, because we're going out of town and I don't want to get sick. So I've been doing things to kind of pull in the reins a little bit and kind of take it easy a little bit and, you know, not push it because I don't want to get sick when I'm away, because we do more stuff. And her house is colder than what we keep this house at. And I love her and I love her house. She has a beautiful home. The beds are a little hard for this girl. So we're going to take Josh's one. We sleep with something like underneath that's really cushy, and it like has memory foam, and I sleep really well on our beds, on our Select Comfort bed. So we're going to take that one of his one with us. He's ordered some kind of cot because the beds are like really small, and so it's really hard for both of us to be on there. And he doesn't like the beds because they're too hard. But so we're gonna take his like memory foam thing with us if it fits in the car. Last year we couldn't do it because Christina was with us. So I'm gonna roll that thing up like you can't believe, because it's going in the car one way or another. It can go in the back seat, and that way we can take it out, put it on the bed. Garlic cloves, local hot. Oh, I'll have to look at doing that. But we're gonna take that. If I gotta fold that thing up and wrap it up, if I gotta put it in a trash bag and suck the air out of it, I'm gonna do it. I'm a side sleeper, and it's really hard for me to sleep because it's really hard, and I'm just grateful for the place to sleep, and I'm grateful for her hospitality, and I love her to death. She's such a sweetheart. But I will just figure out a way so I can cushion myself and my back a little bit. And then when I get back, I'm really sore because of everything. But I'll make it through. I've made it through a lot of years because his grandmother's there. So every year that we get to spend Thanksgiving with Grandma, I'm thrilled to death. Last year, we brought the air mattress with us. And I slept on the air mattress in the living room, and Josh slept on the couch, and Christina slept in the other bedroom because they only have 2 bedrooms. But this year we're gonna try to sleep in the all together. He got like a extra duty cot, and we'll see if that'll work. If not, he'll be sleeping in the bed, and I'll be sleeping on the air mattress. It's like a raised air mattress, a pretty significant raised air mattress, and I'll sleep on that. But I'll do it because I want to see Grandma. Well, she's still here. Because after his aunt has said once Grandma's no longer here, then they're not going to bring the family together like this because it's a lot for her, and so they're not going to do that. So we'll just go down on Friday instead of Thursday when that happens, and at least we could see them, see the family, and then go to the Lawson Christmas party, and we'll probably stay through to Sunday. Usually we leave Sunday, but we'll probably stay through till Sunday and then leave like Monday. And we may head over like to Cincinnati for a day. If we do that, then we could, because Cincinnati from where my husband's aunt lives is only like an hour and a half away, like an hour and 15 minutes. So we could stay on Sunday and go over to Cincinnati and have dinner with my mother-in-law or lunch even with my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law and her kids and my other sister-in-law possibly and my brother-in-law and all of them. We could all meet at a restaurant someplace in Cincinnati. So if we stayed over for the night, then we could do that. But they all come to Indiana, so there's no sense to necessarily do that. But when Grandma's no longer here anymore, which will be sad, then we'll stay that extra day or 2, and then we'll go over to 15 years ago, my mom had an old air mattress that popped when she bought a new one and put the old one she had years. Well, that's good that they gave her a full refund. We'll see what this cot does. I'll do a review on it. I'll put it in the shop, in the Amazon affiliate links for you guys. Mom is an associate with Amazon. So we'll let you know. Either I'm sleeping on it, he's sleeping on it, or I'm sleeping on the airbed. But this, the thing that goes on our bed is coming with us in some way. If I've got to attach it to the freaking roof of the car, it's coming with us. I know they'll be like, oh my goodness. What we try to do is we get there like 2 hours before like everybody else starts arriving, and then we can get our stuff in quietly. So I'll leave it in the car and then bring it in when everybody kind of leaves for the night. But we're taking it with us. Because if I have to sleep on the air mattress, he's going on he'll need it for the bed. And if he sleeps on the cot, then I'll need it for the bed. So one way or another, we're gonna make it work. Hopefully we get everything in the car. I have my coloring books for my nieces and my nephews, the larger coloring books I've got for them. I'll have 4 of these bags. And the gifts I have for my mother-in-law. And I got my husband's grandmother a pashmina, which I have to wash prior to giving it to her. That way it's all washed and ready for her to go. And I've got some other stuff to bring. And then I just packed my stuff in, like, we didn't even take a suitcase with us. We may this year actually take our suitcase with us. I think we will. Last year we didn't, but this year I think we'll just pack in one suitcase and we'll put all of our stuff in one suitcase. And then we share a suitcase because we'll be in the same room. We were in the same room together. We just got our, got our stuff together. But
Well, it doesn't help the fact that
we're
my
gonna.
bag started growing moldy hair.
Well, anyway, we'll probably go ahead and get the suitcase and pack everything in one suitcase. And then I take another bag with us of like clothes that in case it gets cold, I can go out to the car and get it if I need. Because last year it was like, it snowed like out of nowhere. It was like, he said it snowed before. I don't remember it snowing. It was freezing last year in Indiana. And I was so glad I brought like extra stuff to put on because I was cold. So, no, we'll drive. It's only 4 hours away. It's 4.5 to 5.5, depending on which way we go. We'll drive. No. And when we lived in Cincinnati, we could go there for the day and then come back. And then we would we could literally get there in an hour and a half and then come back home and sleep in our own bed and then go back. But it's too much to do. And if it wasn't for the Lawson Christmas party, we would go up Thursday and come home like Friday or Saturday. But because his father's side of the family does the party on Saturday, we stay over for that. So his dad is usually there and all the other people are there and so forth. And there's a new baby that came in the family on that side very recently. I don't know if they'll be at the party. They may, but we'll get to see them. And the new baby, that's the new addition to the family. My husband's aunt's grandson had a new baby. So we'll be able to see them. I could make them think of baby booties, guys. I never thought of that. Because she was just born, wasn't she? When? She's just recent, isn't she?
Beginning of
I could look at the date.
like October. Give me a minute.
Yeah. These are for 3 to 6 months, so I could make her a set of baby booties. That's what I'll do. She's a girl, I'll make a pink one. And I'll make and she probably doesn't need the little scratch things, but I could put something together real quick. And I could even make a little baby booties, and I think I may have enough to make a little poncho. I'll have to see, but I know exactly what I'll do. If I have time, I can make a little poncho. I have a really cute ice yarn I want to use up. Yep, make little baby booties with a little baby poncho. I don't have time to make a blanket, but I can do that. At least it's something for the baby. And if they're not there, I can give it to Aunt Treva and she'll pass it on. Oh, no. I don't do planes very well either. So anyway, but I will have to make baby booties. These are 3, I think she was born in October. So she's not quite 3 months yet. Right?
Give me a minute.
So I'll make her a set of baby booties. And if I've got enough, I'll make a little poncho. The ponchos don't take me that long to do. And then if I do the little poncho, I can always put it on the merch store too. for sure. So, got our beans, got that done. I got to do the candles one night. Oh, I'm going to try, somebody made a suggestion, I think it was Janice, and I'm going to actually film it. Because I was saying to people, I don't know how to get the rest of the candle wax out of the candles so we can make snowmen out of there. I'm not going to have
October 15th.
October 15th, so she's not quite 3 months yet. So these are supposed to be for 3 to 6 months.
She's just 2 months.
So these will be perfect. Perfect. I'll do that, and then I'll try to do a little baby poncho. So, with that being said, she made the suggestion because I was hoping to do the candles and give those to my sister-in-law and so forth. But if not, I can always prepare them and put them away and give them next year, or give them out as gifts around here or something like that. I like to give it to the lady that walks Mocha and so forth. So even if I had them for a year, I could at least put them away and then always give them to my mother-in-law later as an early Christmas gift or something like that. But I don't know if I'll have time to do them before we go away. I may, I don't know. But Janice made the suggestion of putting the candles in the freezer, and the wax should just come off really easy. So I'm going to try and see if that works. And I will actually film. I'll put it in beforehand, and then I'll see if it actually works, because I think that would be a great suggestion. And then we'll take those. I was going to take those and make the snowmen out of them and give them, but so forth. Well, yeah, I want to do it, but I also want to see if it works and film it. So I'll try it. I'll see about doing that tomorrow, and then I've got to work on those little things with the M&Ms going in them. So I'm going to make a little short out of that, and I've got to do that too, because it has to go. At least I don't have to bring it back home. And Josh's CPAP has to come with, and his pens, his insulin has to come with, and there's been times I've taken like a little mini coffee pot with me, but I just have her coffee when we're there. And I'll take my protein drinks with me because that's what I have for breakfast in the morning when we're there. As long as I have some kind of coffee, we're good. Yeah, she said take the jars that we took the wax out of to make the snowman candles and take them and put them in the refrigerator, because I want to reuse the jars and I want to make a snowman out of them. And so I will film it and see if it works. And I will film making those because I got to make those, but I figure I'll do that on Sunday when I normally don't come live. And, 2 cups. I get a big thing in the morning of coffee. And our coffee's okay. It's just, I just don't want to bring the coffee pot. I mean, I usually bring a little coffee pot and I make it and so forth, but I don't want to bother with it. She has a pot of coffee and I just have it. And then what I'll do though sometimes is if we're out and about, I'll just say to Josh, stop off at Dunkin' Donuts and get me a cup of coffee, and then it gives me a little bit more coffee, but it's fine. I'm so thankful that she's just, y'all, if y'all met her, she is just the sweetest. It's like my daughter just loves her to death. And she's actually said they're going to think about going there on what day is it? On Wednesday. And we were going to go Thursday. And I said, well, we'll just come down a day early. And she goes, no, you got to give me some time alone with her. I mean, she just loves her. She's just such a sweetheart of a lady. She's just a love, that's for sure. And we're blessed to have her in the family for sure. And I'm grateful. She just welcomes me in, and every time I see her, she just wraps her arms around me and she's like, "Thank you for taking such good care of Josh." She's just like, I'm so grateful. And like Josh's family has said to me, I said to them, "You do not know how lucky you are." They were just like, "You got such a great girl." And Josh was like, "If I ever thought," he said, "first of all, I couldn't imagine my life without you." And he said, "I never would leave you. But if I did," he said, "my whole family would be after my tail end." I saw a shirt today and it said, "I wish," because my daughter likes Dolly Parton. And Josh was getting on my nerves a little while ago. And it says, "I wish Jolene would take my man." Because he's getting on my nerves. And I told him, and he goes, "Jolene doesn't want me." I thought it was such a cute shirt. Such a cute shirt. Oh, okay. Well, that'll be good, though. Yeah, I have to have my coffee. I have it in the morning. And it takes this girl a while to get moving. Like, it takes me a good hour and a half for my body to get warmed up enough for me to move. Because when I get up in the morning, I hurt a lot. And it just takes me a while to get it. And there's been times I usually try to get up and I go, like, try to do stuff on the computer. And I haven't had it. I just was like, no, it's not happening. And I go start crocheting, and then before I know it, 2 hours have gone by, and I'm like, wait a minute. You know, I finally said to myself, I'm doing the best I can. We've had some circumstances over this past year. Mom's computer's down. My computer went down. There's just things that happened, and I'm going to do the very best I can. And I thought about the Bible verses because we're behind now. I haven't posted ones for a while. I'm like, you know what? They'll get up. No worries. What I decided to do, because I got so behind with the devotions and then the computer went crash, is I decided to hold off on posting anything or doing the devotions. We're going to pick up the devotions on July 1st. And we're going to run that for the next 6 months for the next year. And that way I can get back on track. It's not about the date, it's about the devotion. And the Bible verses, there were additional Bible verses within the devotions we could go back and add into the Bible verses. And I have some devotions, I'm going to get them actually uploaded to the channel up to the end of June. And then we'll restart fresh the end of July. And or the 1st of July, and then I'll restart that next year instead of trying to do it. We'll have Advent, so we'll be able to do that. And I totally missed a quote. I totally missed out on shout outs the past 2 weeks. They've just been all over the place. And so the shout outs, I'm going to go back to where was kind of the last good week, because that I didn't do a recap on. I will do a recap on that. And then what I'm doing is there's no shout outs happened this week. The shout outs last week were like sparse. And so I'm going to go back and actually redo those shout outs so those people will get shout outs again. And then we'll do the recap, the following week for that. So it all makes sense. It all work itself out. The extra blessing will happen, because I don't want those people to feel like they didn't get that from us. We're doing our best we can. That's all we can, right? So anyway, I'm going to put this away. Actually, I'm not going to lift this. This would be really bad for my back to lift this. We're going to leave it right here. I may have to take some out and then put it in the pantry. I'll take some out and then I'll put them in there, because if I lift this, my back will go No, I don't think so. I can't lift it. I'm not even going to try to lift it. So anyway, I love y'all. I will be on tomorrow and Saturday. And we'll probably we'll work on the blanket. I really want to get that blanket done so I can start working on Indigo's blanket. So we'll try to finish up working on that blanket tomorrow, or at least we're on the last page of that blanket for the lighthouse. And look out this week for those little gumball things. I'll finish those up. And then next week's going to be a little sparse. We will see, depending on which way we're going to Indiana. We may just do a live all the way there. Who knows? Just because I haven't been live. We'll see. But we'll be getting up pretty early in the morning. So it'll be pretty dark. We'll be leaving here about 5 o'clock in the morning. So we'll see. But I just may turn it on and say, hey, everybody, when it gets light. Because there's no sense to do it in the dark. And so we'll have to see which way we're going. If we're going 30, we may have a shot at least some decent reception. May. And then we'll see what happens on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. You know, what it looks like for us to, I may pop on. Sometimes I popped on at his aunt's house a little bit. We'll just have to see. But if we do any kind of live, it's just going to be kind of me crocheting because I'm going to be packing too. And getting ready. I cannot believe next week. And then Saturday, if we do a live, it's going to be during the day because we're going to do kind of like, we have a ham and we're going to do Thanksgiving with Mama on Saturday. We thought about doing it Sunday, but we decided to do it Saturday. So we're going to get up. We're going to have our egg pie. We're going to have our Thanksgiving meal that night. And then I'll come live somewhere during the day. So we'll just get her done. Right? So anyway, I'll see y'all. I'm going to get off here and go get ready for bed. And then I'm going to go to bed. Because I'm tuckered. So anyway, love you all. If you do need baby booties before these do get into the merch store, reach out to us. And you can order them directly from us if you need them. If you want to put #blessed in the chat. Oh, how wonderful. You can, so people can connect with your channel. Thanks you for hanging with me while I fix the beans. I will put the video down there. I will put the video also in the community tab because it makes for a great and expensive gift. So love y'all. Have a blessed day or night. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. If you can share us out, go watch anything you haven't watched before. It would help because of everything that's kind of gone on. And again, there's some stuff in the back scenes that have been going on, guys, and I can tell you later. I just can't tell you everything right now, but it's all good. There's been stuff. And so anyway, love y'all. Right? And I will see y'all later. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. Be proud of being yourself. Everyone else is taken, and we have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And have a great night. Bye-bye, everybody. Love you all. Take care. Stay warm.